Hello everyone. Today I am looking at replace elements with the greatest element on the right side. Given an array R, replace every element in that array with the greatest element among the elements to its right, and replace the last element with -1. After doing so, return the array. So we have an array 17, 18, 5, 4, 6, 1. And so for this position, the greatest element, or for this position, the greatest element to the right of it is 18. So index 0 becomes 18. And then we get to this element, and the greatest element to the right of it is 6. And that's the same for these elements, etc. Okay. So for each element, we're going to need to reassign it with the greatest element to the right of it. And this is being done in place, so we're going to return the same array that we received. And how I imagine accomplishing that is by overriding the element in the array. So we will start here, access this element, and then we will also, for this element, we will iterate over the rest of the indices and find the number that is the greatest, or at least find the number that is greater, find the greatest number to the right of it, and then assign it here. And so for each place, we're going to, for the first index, we will find the greatest number out of these numbers, and then for this one, we'll find the greatest number out of these numbers. So it is what it is. First off, I think I want to create another array, R2. Let R2 equal R. Okay. So now we have an array that is the same as the first array. And I want that because I want to be able to assign values from this array to different positions. Maybe we don't need to do that. But if we do that, well, let's see what happens. First, so I'm gonna use a while loop, while the current element is let's just write it. While array I is while it is greater than, or while it is less than, how about a for loop? Let's use a for loop. Okay, so now we're going to access these indices individually. Ri is this element. So for Ri, we're going to check all the elements to the right of it. So maybe So we want to find the max out of these. So we can use the max function, of course. So, and we only want to check the elements to the right of the current index. So we can assign this to be r dot max so of the numbers in the array so I don't need this second array. So we only want to look at the numbers to the right of the index. So there is a built-in function for that too. So we have splice or split. No, split. We need splice. So starting index will be I plus 1, and so this is now maybe this is going to be my second array. So R2 is equal to an array of everything to the right of the current index. And then we can say R at I is equal to R2 dot max. So this will take the max number it will return the max number and assign it to this, I believe. And so we go to the next index, and R2 is a new array of everything to the right of that, and it's assigned. I'm going to add an if statement, because if it's the last element, then it's if I is equal to array.length minus 1, then return then r at that index is equal to -1. I believe that's it. Okay. So let's see, how does the max function work? JavaScript max function. Okay. In JavaScript, you can use math.max function to find the maximum. So math.max So the issue must be... Okay, and to find the maximum value in an array, you can use the spread operator to pass the array elements as arguments. So ... numbers. So those are two critical things we did not do. So this should be math, and this should be spread ... R2. So the second thing that comes to mind is, so we make an array out of the first array, everything to the right of the current index. Is that how the splice works? No. So I must have been thinking of split. No. JavaScript return part of an array. Slice, splice, and split. So we were thinking about slice. I think you can understand how that is confusing. So array dot slice. So the starting index will be here, I plus 1. Array 2 is going to be the first array, but it's going to be slice I plus 1. If you start the starting index, slice. Okay, so now I am thoroughly not sure anymore. Return the array after doing so. Okay, return array. Why isn't this working? Okay. So this should be inside of an else statement. Because we do not want to continually create an array to infinity. So if we do this at the last element, then we'll continue to create an array until infinity, because it creates a new array, I plus 1.